Lights flash, cameras clicking quick. Showtime, super gringo slick. Headlines buzzing like a mix. 20 seconds, that's the fix. Short and sharp, just like a dart. Gringo's antics steal your heart. In a flash, the show will start. Super shorts, that's where we part. Short and sharp, just like a dart. Gringo's antics steal your heart. In a flash, the show will start. Super shorts, that's where we part.
Ladies and gentlemen and fairy tale creatures, don't want to leave anyone out of this crazy world we call home. Welcome to another episode of Super Gringo Shorts. Buckle up, because today we're diving into some topics that are as wild as they are important. Now, let me ask you something. What do sex offenders, a dictator with plans for Puerto Rico, and a potential run on Xanax all have in common? Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke, right? But unfortunately, it's no laughing matter. Each of these issues reflects the tumultuous times we live in and the choices we make as a society. Today, a decision was made that should shake us to our core, a decision that puts ideology over the safety of our children. Just recently, 145 Democrats voted against a critical bill designed to deport illegal alien sex offenders. Let that sink in for a moment. They chose to stand against your children. Why? Why would anyone prioritize political allegiance over the protection of innocent lives? Why would they choose to shield those who threaten the very fabric of our society instead of safeguarding our future generations? It is beyond comprehension. It is a betrayal. We are living in times where we must ask ourselves, what do we value more, our principles or our children's safety? Each vote tells a story, and the story told by these 145 votes is one of misplaced priorities. Ideology trumps safety. Electoral gains trump the well-being of our kids. But let us not forget who stood up for what truly matters. Thankfully, it was 279 Republicans who passed this bill, taking decisive action to protect Americans from those who have shown blatant disregard for the law and for human decency. This is not just about politics, it's about morality. It's about protecting our communities from individuals who have demonstrated their willingness to harm others. Imagine for a moment your child walks home from school and you feel secure in knowing that your community is free from threats, free from those who would do them harm. Now picture that security being jeopardized by political gamesmanship. That is what we face today. History has shown us time and again that when we turn a blind eye to danger, we pay the price dearly. Think back to past leaders who have prioritized their agendas over public safety. The consequences were often tragic and far-reaching. Are we willing to repeat those mistakes? We must rally together now more than ever. We cannot allow these decisions to go unchallenged. We must hold accountable those who prioritize their political survival over the very lives of our children. So I urge each of you, speak up, write letters, make calls, stand united in demanding accountability. Together, we can ensure that every child grows up in an environment free from fear, a place where they can thrive without worrying about predators lurking in their neighborhoods or schools. Let me leave you with this thought. Safety should not be a partisan issue. It should be an American issue. Our children deserve better than what's been offered by some in Washington today. Let's make sure they know we will fight for them. We've got a serious situation brewing in my neck of the woods. You may have heard the recent threats from Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan dictator who seems to think he can just waltz into Puerto Rico with some help from Brazil. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a plot twist right out of a bad action movie. Let me remind you, Lula may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's not dumb enough to poke the bear that is the United States. Brazil would be staring down a $27 billion hit annually if they decide to back Maduro's antics. That's a hefty price tag for any country to pay just to support a nut job like Maduro. And let's not forget about their long-standing military agreements with us. Those aren't just pieces of paper, they're commitments that mean something. Brazilians actually attend American military schools and vice versa. Now, let's take a step back for a moment. Why is Maduro making these threats? It's a classic textbook behavior from dictators. Create a common enemy to rally support. He wants you to believe that he is fighting for something bigger than himself, when really he's just trying to cling on to power while Venezuela crumbles around him. It's like watching someone trying to sell ice cream on a winter day. It just doesn't make sense. And here comes President Biden increasing the price on Maduro's head. What does this tell us? Someone told Biden to say we've raised the price on Maduro's head. But let me ask you this. Do we really want another conflict? Do we want more chaos in an already tumultuous region? I think most of us would agree that enough is enough. History has shown us time and again that when bullies like Maduro are confronted with strength and unity, they back down. After the 20th, we'll at least have strength. So what can we do? First off, stay informed. Knowledge is power in times like these. Second, let your voices be heard. Reach out to your representatives and express your concerns about foreign aggression against our territories and allies. Remember this, we are stronger together. Let's stand united against tyranny and oppression in whatever form it takes, be it from Venezuela or anywhere else in the world. Let's show them that America stands firm on its principles of freedom and democracy. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the inauguration on the 20th. Yes, that's right. It's almost here. A day when we'll witness the swearing in of a new president. A day that promises both hope and, let's be real, a whole lot of drama. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm kicking myself for not investing in Xanax producers. Seriously, if there was ever a time to buy stock, it would be now. Because with all the chatter swirling around this event, let's just say it's going to get wild. And speaking of wildness, can we take a moment to consider where we're at as a nation? There's been so much talk about holding it together during these tumultuous times. And then there's the loony left. Oh boy. Maybe Trump should consider holding his inauguration inside instead of outdoors. You know, just to keep things from getting too heated out there. But let's get real for a second. In all 50 states, yes, every single one, arson is ground for the use of lethal force. Now, that might sound extreme, but it's something we need to think about as tensions rise and tempers flare. We've seen what happens when the left doesn't get its way. $2 billion in damage and 35 people dead, not counting law enforcement injured. Just look up rooftop Koreans. They stood their ground when their communities were threatened back in 1992. And while I'm not advocating for armed standoffs here today, I am highlighting how important it is to protect what matters most. As I scroll through threads these days, oh boy, the crazy is plentiful and entertaining. From Orange Man Bad to Respect the Pronouns posts flying left and right to memes that may have me laughing out loud. Feels like social media has become our modern day circus. I want you all to take away this thought. Each inauguration represents not just an event, but a moment in history where we get to shape our future together. So let's step into this new chapter with open hearts and open minds. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, we may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Let's make sure that boat sails smoothly through whatever waters lie ahead. Until next time, peace out.
Lights flash, cameras clicking quick. Showtime, super Gringo slick. Headlines buzzing like a mix. 20 seconds, that's the fix. Short and sharp, just like a dart. Gringo's antics steal your heart. In a flash, the show just like a dart. Gringo's antics steal your heart. In a flash, the show will start. Super shorts, that's where we